Free picks for Thursday coming up in just a moment in the NFL, your preseason game between the Broncos and 49ers, and also in baseball, in the Red Sox and Royals, 15-6 free pick run coming into today. But listen, guys, I wanted to take a moment right here at the outset of this report to thank all of you that took the time to send in messages and well wishes and just questions about how I was to customer service over the past week and a half or so. I got forwarded every single one of them, read them all, and appreciated every single one of them as well. It has been an interesting week and a half. I knew when I did my video report last Wednesday that I probably wouldn't be doing video reports for a few days, but I really thought that I would be doing the site every single day and not taking any time out. I mean, I've had a lot of medical issues and hospital stays over the past, 10 years or so. I mean, geez, 2004, I had to go in. They cut me from here all the way down to there. And we won't go down there with the video, but 27 staples later to remove a huge tumor about the size of my fist from my stomach. And to do so, they had to cut out and remove the bottom third of my stomach. So that's caused me just a few problems over the past 10 years. But 6 hours after the surgery, I'm up walking the hallways. I'm in the hospital 7 days. I come home for a couple days. I have to go back to the hospital for 7 days. 38 days later, I'm still not eating solid food. I'm just drinking little cans of Ensure. Didn't miss a beat of work. Following year, I'm only visiting Vegas. Your hemoglobin, your blood cell count, should be, for a guy, 12-15. Well, when I got to the hospital, mine was 6.4. Yeah. 3 blood transfusions later, a week stay at St. Rose and Dominican Hospital in Henderson, and, I checked out. Of course, my wife did continue to gamble every single day. It didn't stop her. I'm just teasing because, believe me, without my wife over the past week, I don't know how I'm here today talking to you. The following year, boom, hernias caused from all the surgery I had before. They taken all that scar out. They recut me again, 27 more staples, put me in, boom. But I rebound from that. Following year, another gastric bleed, code blue in the emergency room. I died. That's the bottom line. I woke up when they were getting ready to plunge that damn needle into my heart. 1 minute it's my wife and a nurse. Next minute there's 14 people in there screaming my name. But every single one of them, I'm in the intensive care unit less than 24 hours after I died in the emergency room. And I am updating my site for a Monday night game between the Chargers and the Jets. So I really thought that last week that I'd be up working the next day. Didn't happen, let me tell you that. Now, this is the public service announcement of today's report. Listen, guys, and although we have at the site probably about 10% are female customers over the years, yes, women do gamble. Women do make money. Women like to gamble just as much as men on sporting events. Some of them find it to be very entertaining. But I realize the majority of the audience here is watching for men. Listen, guys, I had prostate surgery last Wednesday. I'm sitting here today, and I don't even know what my pathology reports are back. They're still not back yet, so I don't know if there's cancer or not. I've been a prostate problem sufferer for 25 years, okay? There's a lot of debate out of there, whether or not PSAs are valuable tests or not. I think those are on the negative side are worried about the insurance concerns, and it's a money thing. Let me tell you, it's a great test. Go get your little blood taken. If you haven't had one, and guys, if you're 40, you should have one by now. A normal level, a high level is 4. I haven't been 4 in 20 years. My normal level is like 6 or 7. About a month ago, I suddenly looked like the over on a windy day with the wind blowing out the right field at Wrigley when the Cubs are playing at 2 in the afternoon. I hit 13.9. Yeah, had to get that surgery a little faster than I anticipated. So, and it's the same thing. So many people out there, so many of you guys, you're worried about going in and for the exam, the prostate cancer exam, geez, okay, is it the most pleasant thing? But you know what? It's over like that. Trust me, a loser hurts more. It's literally over like that. Piece of cake. Get them done. Keep on top of things. Here I am, a guy that's kept on top of things and everything, and I'm still got to wait to see what happens now. Bad pathology reports, more surgery, God knows. I'll tell you one thing, it's a tough way to lose 10 pounds in a week. Let me tell you that. But it's just like another one of our guys here at the site. I have a family history of colon cancer as well. So, colonoscopies. Ugh, yeah, people, nightmarish, blah, blah, blah. You hear all the bad things. Really? I've had like a dozen of them. Really not that bad. I mean, you know, it's not like that horrible stuff that you've got to drink in advance is that awful anymore. Actually tastes pretty good when you get the flavor packs and you mix it with a little Gatorade. So if you've been putting that off, please go get it done, guys. I'd rather have you being entertained or bored, maybe a combination of both, by these videos and having anything seriously wrong with you. So anyway, I'm going to try to do the videos every day here for the next couple of weeks as I recuperate, and we will try to get some winners as well. The site does go on whether I'm here or not. That's for damn sure, as you've realized. I'll get to the free picks here in just a moment. But again, you know, if I can help any one of you out here by telling you it really isn't that bad, really. Although last week's surgery really wasn't that much fun. The catheter, really not that much fun. Oh, no, no, no. Hey. At least I can try to help. Listen, we'll resume the Charity Play of the Week selection probably tomorrow. I just got to get my bearings and get that all together. A couple of promos today. Save $29 off of the purchase of any single play here or anything at the site. $29 using the coupon code ABC29. Jeff Benton, who had the rain-delayed $5 play of the day selection made up yesterday, and it was a winner. That was the 5th consecutive $5 play of the day he has hit. They were all 75 dime plays. You got them all for $5. Today, 50 dime winner number 6 out of 8, his dog of the day. You can save $50 using the coupon code Jeff50. You can also buy one Handicapper's 7-day package and get a second Handicapper's 7-day package of equal or lesser value for free today. All you've got to do is you make your initial purchase. Then the second handicapper, whose plays will run concurrently with the first, of equal or lesser value, you just write in the customer service, say, hey, I just bought Craig Davis. Give me Scott Delaney or something for free for the week. Again, you buy the first, the second of equal or lesser value for the same 7-day period is free. Just write into customer service, tell them who the second handicapper is, and you will get that for free. And the $5 play of the day. What a nice run. 17, 6, and 2 with the last 25 of them. 17, 6, and 2. Scott Delaney, not only going for winning day number 14 out of 18 today, but 49 winner number 6 in a row. In each of the past previous 5 49 plays, they were all in baseball. They were all winners, and you got them all for $5. So you can get this one for $5 as well using his last name, Delaney number 5. Couple of handicappers, big plays tonight. Matt Rivers going for 400,000 star winner number 17 out of 25. First preseason release, double-digit blowout opening game of the year. He says his side wins by at least 10 points. Hey, 400,000 star play. What can I tell you? Brian Rosica, overall winner number 15 out of 20 today. However, let me just be upfront with you. I do remember that he won an 80 dime play last Saturday in baseball. Then came out with a 100 dime release, of which he was on like a 9-2 run, and lost that with the preseason opener, the Hall of Fame game, when he went with Miami, and lost with the Dolphins as they fell to the Dallas Cowboys in that contest. However, today, he does have overall winner number 15 out of 20. It is 80 dime winner number 5 in a row. It's on the Washington Redskins Tennessee Titans game, and he's a perfect 4-0, as I said, with those previous 40 dime releases. Overall, since he joined the site February 5th, $10 bettors up $13,120. Anthony Red, 39 football trifecta today. The sides of the Ravens, Bucks, Titans, Redskins, Rams, Browns. He has won 16 of his last 23 trifectas, which means a trifecta is when he has 3 plays of equal value. 16 of the last 23, he has cashed a winning ticket, including 3 in a row. And Trace Adams going for winning day number 26 out of 38. The past 37 days, dollar players are up $12,475. Now let's talk about preseason football. Listen, preseason has certainly changed since you and I were kids, when they used to play 6 games, when the games used to mean something. I mean, listen, anymore, preseason is a 3-week experience, okay? You're not betting week number 4. That's just ridiculous. Week number 4 is a joke, okay? How they charge regular season ticket holders money for that home game is just an absolute atrocity. It's a farce. Owners are just raking in bucks left and right by doing that. But here's the bottom line. Week number 1, you know, nobody's game planning for week number 1. You're not going to see starters play often more than a series or 2. Some won't play at all. So really in week number 1, what you're looking for in preseason football is how teams are going to perform in terms of their second and third string quarterbacks. Particularly, you want to look at what their running back depth is like as well. Defensive depth, inconsequential. really it's inconsequential because the first string defense isn't going to see any play. So you're going to see all the second and third stringers in there, mostly guys that are trying to make the rosters as backups anyway, or they're rookies, okay? So defense, I just rule out. Although, if you find some defenses that have holes already in their starting secondary, well then that should lead you to believe that their backups coming into play, the defensive back positions, aren't much better, right? So in week number 1, you're really looking ultimately at how the second and third stringers are going to do. Some people shy away from preseason football in the first week. Listen, it's still the same 50-50 betting proposition. Somebody wins, somebody loses as to any other game. Yes, you've got to do a little more research. My advice, however, when it comes to preseason football is this. Tonight, what is there? 6 games. You know, I looked at 3 of the games and I thought, I do not know, even after looking at some of the beat writers' stories for these various teams, how much I can anticipate certain players playing, mainly the second and third string quarterbacks, the backup running backs, the backup wide receivers, etc. I couldn't get a good feel. You know what? I eliminated the game. I look at it this way. Information is power. I've told you many times there is no such thing as inside information in this business. That's just a joke, a marketing tool by the 800 scam operators, the charlatans that have phone rooms, boiler room operations, always touting inside information. But information is the key in preseason action. So if you find a matchup where you have good insight on what the teams are going to do in terms of what their not game plan in the traditional sense, but game plan in terms of who's going to be playing most in a game, well, that's what you're looking for, especially in week 1 of the preseason. The other thing you always have to consider is a coach's intent. Look, we know Bill Belichick could care less about preseason football, okay? Just the bottom line. Will he care more, however, this year, considering the sorry state of the New England wide receiver core and tight end core? So many new faces for Tom Brady to get acclimated with. Andy Reid, another guy, all his years in Philadelphia, was a horrible ATS provider when it came to preseason play. But does everything change now because Reid, new job in Kansas City, trying to bring in that winning attitude, that winning culture? Remember Greg Schiano last year at Tampa Bay, right? I mean, so you have to look at the coach as well. With so many new NFL coaches this year, taking over losing programs, you don't become a new NFL coach because you're taking over a winning program 99% of the time. You know, there is extra incentive for them to get things going. And you say, that's right. I got to back the team that has the new coach because they're going to be going all out for a win. Think about it. There's one problem with that. Simple mind thought. New coaches bring in new schemes, which means new assistant coaches, which means new schemes for the defensive and offensive players to get used to. It takes a while. Off-season training camps simply don't get the job done. So there are many variables to consider. Myself tonight, I have a 5-dime play, number 5 in a row. I hit my final 4 in the 4 days before I took off, and it's in preseason tonight. Another game that I happened to handicap tonight, I found a lot of information about. I want to give you as a free selection. It's going to be the San Francisco-Denver game. Listen, we're not going to see Peyton Manning or Eric Decker or Demaryius Thomas or Wes Welker in there much tonight, especially consider the Broncos, the sorry state of their offensive line, okay? At the same time, you're not going to see Colin Kaepernick in there either. I mean, Jesus, you can turn on the 4-letter network and you can see all the guys and the analysts talking about this game tonight. The bottom line is what you really got to be talking about is this. You got Brock Osweiler, who's coming off a very strong camp, second year, going against Colt McCoy, who was brought in to be, hopefully, Kaepernick's backup this season once Alex Smith hit the road. You're talking about, the Broncos' backup running backs, and right now Ronnie Hillman is number 1 on the depth chart, followed by the rookie out of Wisconsin, Monty Ball, followed by perennial injured former Georgia star Noshawn Marino, number 3, against, you're not going to see Frank Gore. You're going to see LaMichael Thomas, the former Oregon star, who's had a very good summer so far. I think in this game, you go ahead and you lay the 3 points with San Francisco. You lay the 3 with San Francisco. Now, 3-point number. Let me just tell you something I'm going to repeat 100 times over during the course of this regular season, guys. Whenever the number crosses 3, 4, 7, sometimes 10, I believe in buying up or down that half point. It does not matter if I've got to pay an extra 10 cents, 20 cents, even 25 cents, because I don't think about those things when I'm betting a baseball favorite. I don't think about whether or not I'm betting a baseball favorite. Oh, I can't bet it a 120 favorite because it might be 145. I'm not going to let it influence me in the NFL either. That decision has made me more money, but more importantly, saved me more money, turning losses into pushes over the last 20 years than anything else. And some guys out there, including some handicappers at the site, will debate me till their final breath that it's a misguided philosophy. It's misguided if you're playing 7 or 8 games. It's misguided if you're playing 3 or 4 games. But if you're isolating one game on the board, which I do, it makes perfect sense. And that's why, in this case, I would go down and buy the half point on San Francisco. Yeah, you're going to lay, let's see, last I looked at it, I think you're going to lay $1.35. So you're going to pay the extra 25 cents. Big deal. If I told you to bet the so-and-so tonight in baseball, minus 135, would you blink? No. Again, if you're playing multiple games, the power of moving the hook, moving the half point with the power of money doesn't make sense. But if you're isolating one game, do it. I'm telling you, it will save you more money by turning losses into pushes, and occasionally those pushes into wins, than any other critical factor when the line crosses 3, 4, 7, sometimes, very rarely, sometimes 10 points. Now, in baseball tonight, I know the Kansas City Royals have won 13 of their last 15 games. I know the Boston Red Sox, John Lester was just crushed in his last start to Arizona. Season low 4 1/3 innings last Friday, giving up 11 hits and 6 runs in that game. I know he has a 5.14 earned run average in 14 road starts this season. However, Lester has toyed with the Royals over the years in his career. 9 career starts against them, 6-2. More importantly, a 1.64 earned run average. Bruce Chen has a 1.15 ERA in 4 starts since replacing Luis Mendoza in the KC rotation. But I like the Red Sox in this one. You know, they're coming off consecutive wins over the Astros after losing the opener of that series in Houston to kick off this road trip. They did score 22 runs the past 2 games in that one. So I'm going to go with Boston minus the 120 tonight in baseball as your free selection. That'll do it, guys. Again, my thanks to you for your concern, and I will talk to you again tomorrow, and hopefully we will do the charity play of the week as well tomorrow. Take care.